Two broad-based goals which we set. Uh, you know, the micro version of it. We do the, I mean, we do the macro. The micro is never done.
Okay. Good, good. Thanks for sharing that. And Anjana, I think this will get done, what you're looking for.
Hmm.
Coming to today's session, part of it is what we had done in the BTL session too. So about 10 minutes would be repetition, but it's worth it because you can watch it again. And one more thing is the Earl Nightingale audio needs
Yeah,
to be listened to on a daily basis from 1st December till 31st December. That's about 30 minutes. First 2-3 times, listen to it consciously, understanding what he's saying. After that, you can listen to it when you're going to sleep, when you're driving, or whatever else you are doing, along with any other activity. It'll just keep going, seeping into your brain. But that's a very powerful one when it comes to goal setting. And you did this earlier also in 2022, I think. And
yes, I did that with Anamika.
sorry,
What is her name? Anamika, no?
Nupur.
Wait. I'll tell you with whom. It was not with you. You had done a goal. 100. Wait, let me tell you.
So
Yeah,
Dr. Nupur, Manoj, and I had done a workshop
goal setting.
in
Okay,
2022.
2022. Okay.
Okay. And this one is quite, the content is quite updated compared to that one. So you
Okay.
will find a lot of value in this. We have 5 minutes to go and we are waiting for Suresh. Is there anything you want to share, ask?
So I had done visualization earlier also, and I had caused things which I had at one point of time thought that ये होने वाला नहीं. Actually, शायद मैंने आपसे कहा था. Maybe I have shared it with so many people कि you cannot question the universe. You should not be even doubting कि ये होगा या नहीं होगा. The key lies in surrendering and believing that ये हो ही रहा है. So बहुत अजीब, and it's a long story, so ये 5 मिनट में खत्म नहीं होगा. So I was happy that I did that visualization and caused it to happen. And but personal sphere में it happened. Professional goals में targets and all को लेके भी, because it was a part of the annual goal setting program of my previous place, so annual goals को लेके भी किया था. But last year जो मैंने set किया था goal, just उल्टा हुआ. For example, there is something in an NGO, compliance to that is extremely important. So um, I had set the goal that there is something which is which has to be renewed after every 5 years. And since the past 2 years, we are trying to get it renewed, but extend ho raha tha by six months. So I had said that this year, no more extension. 31st March, the previous extension is ending, and 1st April, we are getting the renewal. But you know what happened? By 3rd June, renewal तो दूर की बात है, that registration got cancelled. So बहुत मतलब तब मेरे को लगा कि did I not visualize properly? Did I not surrender? I don't know why. What happened?
Sure. Thank you for sharing that, Sudeshna, because part of the thing we will be doing today is about reflecting on how 2024 was, or maybe in your case, 23, I don't know which year you're talking about, and seeing if there are any learnings from there. So just reflect on that, and we will do that. And other thing I want to share about visualization, for visualization to be effective, and because you have done the MSK program, you will understand this, Sudeshna. And Anjana, you also. The attention, and decluttering our thought. More we are focused in the present, not caught up in the past or future, better our visualization is. Okay.
But what is MSK?
Swiss knife.
Acha, acha.
Sorry, I am sorry.
So M stands for what?
Mindfulness is Swiss knife for corporate
Okay.
professionals.
Acha, acha, acha. Okay.
So
Ah,
yeah, that's our internal acronym.
ah,
Okay,
yeah,
Swiss
yeah.
knife. So the more you practice mindfulness and stay in the present,
Hmm.
the better your visualization is, because then your energy is focused completely towards what you want, what you desire. It's not a leaking bucket. Say if there are too many things going on in your mind, the energy leaks out from the bucket. But if the bucket is whole, then the energy does not leak out, and then we get what we want. All right. I'm not sure if Suresh is what time he's coming in, but we will get started.
So I think basically, Ashish, you're giving us enough homework to go back and review that learning, then the current course learning, and this.
Yeah,
So it's
so
like,
actually, this is so interesting. And now, okay, let me just stop sharing. And so, in fact, our experience in the last 3, 4 months have been very nice with all of you, moving from program to program to program. And I thought, why not make a structure to this? And I was not planning to discuss this today, but now that you brought it up, I'll do that. For the first time, we are launching a annual membership of mindful living programs. And we have made a calendar for the whole year of 2025, which will be all programs. I think we have put together about 10 programs or so. And the fees is very nominal. The whole year, if you do all the programs, it will be like 49, some 50,000 rupees. But the membership fees we have kept for only 9,360 rupees, 9,639. 9639. Yeah. 963. 9630. 9630 is the fees. So at less than 20%, you can, have access to all the programs. आपको 10 करने 10 करो, 3 करने 3 करो, 6 करने 6 करो. But you have a visibility on your calendar, and you can plan your learning journey, and you can benefit from it like because not it's almost impossible to make one course which has got everything. So these are different courses, and what you're learning in Swiss Knife, you can apply in goal setting. What you're learning in BTL also gets applied here and there. Personal leadership, everything. So that becomes a very beautiful and powerful journey. So we're going to announce that maybe in a week's time or so. And if you're up for it, I'll be very happy to welcome you as the first few members. You are the first ones I have shared it with you with this about the membership program. And I'll be happy to welcome in case you decide to come on board.
I would like that at least.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you, Anjana.
me too.
Thank you. Thank you, Sudarshan. Thank you. Thank you, Anjana. You are the first 2 members of the, the mindfulness.
वो जब नया गाड़ी खरीदते हैं तो उसके साथ 2 साल का सर्विसिंग भी आता है ना। तो ये गाड़ी तो 50 साल पुराना हो चुका है। अब पेड सर्विसिंग कराना जरूरी
नहीं
है।
करिए. It'll be a fascinating journey. That much I can assure you. Good. So on that happy note, let's get started. Okay. We have already done this and we know each other, so I'll skip this. This also you're familiar with, so I'll move on. So now we are starting with the session. And the first session is about deep diving into goal setting. So understanding, and Teshwar and Sudeshna, can you mute yourself when not speaking? We're going to understand what is goals, why it is important to set goals, what is the difference between wishful thinking and intentional goal setting. Then we will identify our most important goals, what we really want to be, do, and have. And then once we have set the goals, we are going to reset them. We're going to kind of stress test them by looking at the learnings from the previous year, 24 or earlier, testing them against our vision and values, which is what I also spoke about in the morning, I think. I may value career growth, but does whether I value health more or career more, of things like that. So then we look at our goals in respect to our values, and then we work out. We look at the process and result goals. What are so we will look at each goal that you have set, or maybe a few as an example, and see whether they are a process goal and a result goal. Both are important. If our goal is a result goal, then also it does not work. And if it is a process goal, then also it does not work. We need both process and result goal. Just to give you an example, I will go to the gym. If I write that I'll start going to gym on 1st of January 2025, it's a process goal. It's not a result goal. Result is I want to release weight, X kgs weight. So the process goal, gym, and the result goal has to be together. Or if I just set a goal that I want to release 10 kgs weight, but I don't put a process goal that I'll go to gym, I'll go to walk, I'll climb stairs, etc. I'll do dieting, then also it will not happen. So each goal that you set today, we will review in this, and then we will make an action plan, and we'll get an accountability partner. Anjana, your accountability partner will be Suresh, who is not here, unfortunately, but he'll be, whenever he joins, you connect with him. So that's what
Ashish,
we're going to do. Sorry?
what was that 70, 20, 10? I'm not recalling.
10% is the learning that happens in the group, Sudeshna.
हाँ
20% is by discussion. You're asking questions, debating discussion. And 70% is when you practice.
the assignments.
So वो सत्संग होता है ना, वो सत्संग में जाने से 10% फायदा होगा, थोड़ा तो फायदा होगा, बट क्योंकि खाली सुन के आए, अच्छा ज्ञान मिला, अच्छे शब्द कान में पड़े, अच्छे लोग मिले, 10% उससे हो जाएगा. 20% होगा when we are discussing and debating, and 70% will happen when you actually implement it. And one thing I would like to share about goal setting is, and this was a learning for me, that we should not be afraid of failure. Okay. If we set a goal and if we fail, it is okay. We set it again and we do it again. Every time with a new learning, we go. I'll talk more about it in the psychology of goal setting, but it is important for us. So today also, when we are setting goals, and if it is not falling nicely in the format that we want, don't worry about it. My teacher says version 1 is better than version none. तो आज हमारा जो होगा, that will be a version 1. Okay, so we'll create version 1 and we'll keep improving. It's a living document. So we'll keep working on that document, and we'll move forward in that with that intention. Now,
You are muted.
yeah, sorry. Do we get into a cab and tell the driver कि भैया कहीं भी ले चलो? Yes or no? No, right?
No.
You can unmute keep yourself unmuted for a couple of seconds. Do we get into a train without knowing where the train is headed? No, never, right? ऐसे किसी भी ट्रेन प्लेटफॉर्म पे गए, जो प्लेटफॉर्म 1 पे खड़ी है उसमें बैठ गए, ऐसा तो नहीं होता. Do we get into a ship without knowing where the cruise is going? Whether it's going to Lakshadweep, Singapore, Malaysia, Mauritius, right? Have we ever got into a flight without knowing where it is headed? No, right? But we do the same thing with our life. We do the same thing with our day. We do the same thing with our week. We do the same thing with our month or with a year. Okay, we start our day, week, month, year. Mostly, I'm speaking generally. There might be some, but mostly, most people don't have a clear sense of direction in which they are headed. And that is what goal setting is very important. Please mute yourself and not speaking. That's why goal setting is very important. Having an objective, and this process of having an objective itself is like half the battle won. Now, tell me, what if the ship sets out from here to Lakshadweep, the cruise? What percentage chances are there that it will get to Lakshadweep? Or if you get onto a flight from Bombay to Calcutta, what percentage chances are there that it'll get from Bombay to Calcutta or Ahmedabad to Calcutta? Or if you are
100%.
going from Coimbatore to Delhi or Chennai, what percentage chances that it will get there?
100%.
99.9.
99.9%, 100% it will get there, right? Same thing is with the goals. When we set goals, it is almost a cinch that we will get there sooner than later. Sometimes we get scared, अरे यार मैंने एक महीने का बोला था हुआ नहीं. Doesn't matter. आप उसको revise करो, reset करो. Okay. But as long as we set goals, we get there. That is almost a cinch. So the process of writing down your goals itself will transform your life to another level. And all of this is backed by science. You have seen Mel Robbins' video, and there is umpteen stuff that I can talk about. One thing which was a big realization for me was that wish is not a goal, you know. So if I wish to lose weight and I think I'm a goal hai wo, that's not goal. The goal is something which has got a definite action plan, and that action plan has to be executed and that has to be reviewed. That was another big difference that I realized. And the goal has to have a whatever it takes attitude. If we don't have a wit attitude, it's not a goal. Okay. When I was preparing for my MBA exams, my teacher used to say, if you have a lukewarm attitude towards getting into IIMs, it is almost sure that you will not get into IIMs. तो अगर आपका गोल है और आप सोचते हो होगा तो होगा, नहीं होगा तो होगा चलेगा, तो वो नहीं होने वाला है. Once you have a goal, you got to just put your entire energy, your entire body, mind, focus, attention. That is why, for the purpose of our session and purpose of 2025, we'll focus on only three most important goals. Not five, not 10, but three, so that we have focus and then we can give it whatever it takes to achieve that goal. And we will get up every single time we fall back. Okay, that's what resilience is about. That's what understanding the process of goal setting is about. No. Like when I give this example of Oliver Wright brothers, and they set, they failed so many times, but they just kept trying, and they finally invented the plane. Or Edison, who failed 8,999 times before he came up with the bulb. तो एक बार बल्ब नहीं जला, अरे क्या हो गया, छोड़ो छोड़ देते कुछ और करते हैं, ऐसा सोचते तो नहीं होता. ओके, सो वॉट एवर इट टेक्स, मेरे को बल्ब बनाना है, 1,000 बार लगे, 2,000 बार लगे, 5,000 बार, 9,000 बार, आई विल कीप ट्राइंग टिल आई गेट इट. सो दैट्स द एटीट्यूड वी नीड टुवर्ड्स गोल्स. I don't have to repeat it, but for the sake, any point of time you want to stop, discuss, feel free to do so. But that I covered this in our curtain raiser, but I'm just quickly going through it. Why it is important to set goals? Because just by the fact of writing goals, having written down goals, 3% of the Harvard business class graduates who had written down goals over a period of 10 years were earning 10 times more than their entire class put together. So only very few people have written down goals, and those who have written down goals really benefit from it. We talked about the purpose, which I'll skip because both of you attended the curtain raiser. And the reticular activation system, the reticular cortex, which filters the information coming into our brain. Every second, our brain is taking in 40 million bits of data. It is processing that data basis what we have told our conscious mind. So if I'm focused on goals, if I want to sell X number of policies, 5 policies or 10 policies, or X number of health policy, Y number of life policy, then my brain is constantly scanning the environment to get the information which will help me do that. Otherwise, our mind will just be all over and it will possibly explode if we were to let in everything. So our biology supports goal achievement. So that is a lot of science. This is what Mel Robbins also talks about. Then, we are very happy investing in stocks, investing on other people, but we don't take that call on ourselves. Goal setting is about taking responsibility that I will grow. And I talked about it briefly during the curtain raiser session. I invested 1 lakh rupees in my coaching program. And I, in that year, did a revenue of 12 lakh rupees. If you invest 1 lakh rupees in stock market, it is very slim chances that you will make 12 lakh rupees. But when you invest in yourself, you get infinite returns. And I would like you to listen to this very interesting song. Venkateshwar, I hope you will be able to understand Hindi. Listen to this. So here in this song, the Geeta Bali, I think she's Geeta, तदबीर से बिगड़ी हुई तकदीर बना ले. And what does tadbir mean? Tadbir means having a goal. So by setting a goal, by punting on yourself, by taking a chance on yourself, you can make your life. Okay. So listen to this song, enjoy it, and then we will have a small discussion after.
Introducing the magic of Redmi Note, directed by him. Chase sequence. Power of light fusion, 800 camera, and magic of AI. Magic. Redmi Note 14 series, super camera, super AI.
So if you understand this song, what is it that you picked up from the song? Hi, Suresh.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. Yes, Angela.
I think, sorry, I had some internet connectivity, so it kept breaking bits and pieces. But what I recollect, or the little bits I heard, was more the last part, saying that if you can
अपने पे
create your
अपने
own
Yeah.
future, your takdir, right?
Sorry.
You can create your future or your takdir in terms
Okay.
of, okay. And I think in the process, if you've hurt yourself, it's okay. I mean,
Yeah.
you can patch it up and then go back again.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that, Angela. Sudeshna?
So I don't think it was a internet connectivity problem because even I couldn't listen.
Oh, okay. Okay.
हाँ. But I picked up two words. One is अपने पे भरोसा हो और the other one was दाव लगा ले. तो थोड़ा contradictory लगा कि अपने पे भरोसा है तो
Yeah.
and I am like gambling. Gambling में अपने पे भरोसा नहीं तो anything can happen. So I got a little confused that so इसीलिए मैं बोल रही हूँ that I missed out most of the words.
Okay.
It
Okay.
was
I'll share the essence with everybody. Venkateshwar, you picked up anything?
No, sir. That's could not hear. It was breaking.
Could not hear. Okay. So I'll share this link to the song. You listen to it at your pleasure. What the song says is "Apne pe bharosa karo." Okay. Bet on yourself. Okay. What this means is like each one of you has taken a bet yourself by joining this program. Why is this gamble? Because you don't know what the outcome will be. आपने तो पैसे दे दिए, आपने प्रोग्राम ज्वाइन कर लिया, बट अभी गैम्बल है ना, चलेगा कि नहीं, प्रोग्राम में वैल्यू मिलेगा कि नहीं, बट अपने पे भरोसा करके आपने ज्वाइन किया कि मैं सीखूंगी, मैं आई विल लर्न एंड आई विल डू व्हाट इट टेक्स. ओके, सो many a times we don't trust ourselves 100%. So goal setting is a lot about trusting ourselves 100% and investing in ourselves. When you trust yourself and invest in yourself, then we can change our destiny. And the words she uses is tadbir se takdeer bana le. So by setting goals, tadbir means setting goals, so planning, you can change your life. So tadbir se takdeer bana le. So that is what the song is. It's so beautiful, that by setting goals, we can change our destiny. And then she says, थकी हुई बाहों को पतवार बना ले. So I understand you're tired, you've tried, you have failed, but then use your arms to just to go ahead in the river of life. So that's what she's saying. And at another place in the song she says that अपने लिए ही जीने का क्या फायदा है, live for somebody else also. And that is where we get power, in case of Venkateshwar or Anjana or even Sudeshna, the work you do, and Suresh also will be happy to hear from you. When we work for the benefit of others, am I selling a policy because I'll get commission or because I'm protecting their lives, I'm protecting their health? So what is them? So अपने लिए जी रहे हैं या अपने से किसी और का फायदा हो जाए इसलिए जी रहे हैं? That gives you greater power. So these are some themes which come up. I'll share the link in the group also. Watch it and see if this makes little bit more sense for you. Suresh, happy to have you in the group. Are you in a position to keep your camera on?
No. Next time I'll make it.
All right. So you have lost some bit. Maybe you can watch the recording and catch up on it, Suresh.
Sure, sir.
All right. So we will now move on. Okay. So now we have done the first part, which is introduction to goal setting, what are goals, why goal setting is important, and difference between wishful thinking and goal setting. Now we will reflect on what is it that we want in our life. And this is very important because most of the times we are unconsciously directed towards what we don't want. Okay. uh, uh, I don't want to be poor, I don't want to be sick, but we are not focused on good health or the money, or we are focused on the problems we are having in our relationships, whether at workplace or personal life. But goal setting is about focusing our mind consciously on what we want and then reminding it daily that this is what we want. So take three areas in your life, pick any three areas and write down three goals in that. Don't worry about it being right or wrong, but take about 5 minutes. It's 5:24 by my watch. Take 5 minutes, take three areas, and write down what comes to you. We will process that later. At this is not the time to process. This is the time to just uh, focus your attention on what you want in your life. Whether it's in the end, if you have any questions, please unmute and ask yourself. And once you're done, we'd like to hear from you. What are some of the goals you've written? Three goals in three areas. So you will have, by the time we finish, you will have 9 goals. This is the time to write what comes up for you. And this is what you want to achieve in 1 year, 2025. This is not 5 years. This is not 10 years, 1 year, 2025. And I would encourage you to use the same notebook for all these sessions so that there is a sense of continuity and it's easier for you to refer back. Two more minutes to go. One more minute to go. And you can continue with this exercise for all 8 areas. But for now, for the purpose of our program, we'll focus on 3 into 3 for now. If you're done, please type D in the chat. So you can stop writing now. And what I would like you to do in next 3 minutes is to, from these 9 goals, identify 3 most important goals for you. From these 9, identify 3 most important. Suresh, how is it going for you? Okay. Now work on 3 most important goals. And when you're done with 3 most, then type MIG in the chat. Most important goals done. MIG. Okay. Thank you, Anjana. Thank you, Venkateshwara. All right, Suresh now. Suresh, have you got your 3 most important? Got it. Very good. Now we will test these goals. And it is possible that after testing, you may want to revise these. And it is perfectly okay. This is not cast in stone and this can be changed anytime. This is just to give us a direction. And now we look at, reflect back on 2024. If you had, or any other year in the past, when you set goals and what happened. It could be professional goals or personal goals. What went well, what didn't, and why. This is an exercise to reflect on what's working well for us and do more of that in 2025. What didn't, and be aware about it. And look at the why of that. It could be 24, it could be any year prior to that. Take about 3 minutes. Right. Anybody would like to share what came up for them so far? Yes, Venkateshwar, you want to share?
Complete. 1 minute till complete one, sir. Or the main 3 goals, that one. From there.
What are the 3 goals you've got?
I written that to finance, sir. In fact, to determine a certain amount that I should earn per month.
Okay.
First,
Okay.
for the emotional uh, portion of our family members, and not to react but to respond to their to the family members.
Okay.
And the third one, physical, I wrote in, I had to increase the energy, more of energy to do more work. This is
Very
the
nice.
main goals came here. So
Thank you.
what didn't go well is professional. Reason is I have not taken immediate actions.
Okay. Okay.
Deteriorated because I neglected, have taken the wrong kind of foods, which is not healthy food. That is the reason. And what went was I was teaching in a tutorial for maths. That they were very happy with my teaching. That was a very good thing happened, miss.
Very nice. Thank you. This awareness is very important. And what worked, what didn't work, both are very important because that awareness prepares the ground for further growth. We will for now move on because there's a fair bit that we need to cover. And towards the end, depending on time that is available, we will take more sharing. Now look at your goals in terms of these criteria, 5 criteria. Are they specific? So in case of Venkateshwar, he says, I want to earn a certain amount of money. I hope Venkateshwar, that is specific, what is the amount of money you want to earn? My teacher says specific is terrific, So the more specific we are or measurable, what are the activities you will do? Is this achievable? And this is a very important principle which Ray Dalio also talks about, believability index of the goal. So if I'm earning, say, 100 rupees per month, and if I set a goal of 1,000 rupees per month, do I believe it is achievable or not? But if it is 100 to 200, maybe I'll be able to do it. Or if I set a target which is too low, 100 to 110, then also I will not be motivated. So it should have the right amount of challenge. It should be realistic and it should be time bound. So now look at your goals and see if you can have these elements come in. And maybe you can just work with one and share with us. Maybe Anjana or Sudeshna, you could share what was your one goal before you applied SMART to it. And after making it SMART goal, what does it read now? Or Suresh,
So
you could share. Yeah, and Sudeshna.
one of the goals I have is become diabetes free by December 31st, 2025.
Okay.
The other one was lose weight by 20 kg by December 31st. Then I thought that you were talking about process goal and result goal. So I think the losing weight, if I see diabetes free as the result goal, then losing weight becomes a process goal.
Okay. Okay.
Now, if diabetes free is specific or not, I am unable to understand because I don't know whether it is specific or not.
Okay. Now you could look at it also in terms of HbA1c, Sudeshna. I would like my HbA1c to be less than 6. That is
Okay.
another way to look at it. Because diabetes has a connotation to it. And the more we think about diabetes, the more the diabetes chipak jata hai. Okay. So more than think about diabetes, think in terms of HbA1c. And I have healthy HbA1c level of less than 6 or something or 7, whatever you want to initially look at. Okay. And time bound is perfectly fine. So then apply this SMART criteria to each of your goals and rework on the goals. Now we come to the next part, which is also important for our testing and application of to the goals. And after this vision and values exercise, and let me share this document in the group also, which you can refer to. So one is a document explaining what are values, and another one is case study. Now when it comes to vision, the vision works in two ways. One is it helps us get clarity on what we want. So if I am looking at being healthy, what comes up for me? It comes up that I am a certain, body shape, or I'm muscular, or I'm slender, or if I want to have a car, what kind of car, or if I want to live in a house or farmhouse, whatever. So what we imagine, and it is good to be not restricted by imagination, by what we think is possible. We should let our imagination run wild. And here I like to give example of Dhirubhai Ambani, which I had shared in the curtain raiser also. When he used to fill petrol, he used to imagine that one day I'll own the refinery, And he was not a chemical engineer, and he had no kind of money. He was a mere clerk when he was, or a attendant, and he used to think that. So don't be restricted by what is possible. Imagine what you want in your life, and you don't even need to know. And once you imagine what kind of house you want, what kind of car you would like to have, what kind of wealth you would like to have, what kind of relationships, what kind of holidays you would like to go, what kind of people you would like to work with, what kind of company you would like. Imagine everything. This is the process of deliberate creation. If we are not imagining consciously, we are unconsciously being driven by the negatives and influences in our life. But when we imagine consciously, that imagination directs our thinking and propels us towards what we want in our life. Now, the next thing I would like to discuss with you is about process and result goal. And as Sudeshna mentioned, the result goal is healthy HbA1c, and the process for that is releasing weight. And when you talk about releasing weight, the process, and then the releasing weight itself can become a result goal, and then you will have a process goal for releasing weight, which could be yoga or gym or walk or whatever else. So keep looking at your goals. Or say in case of Venkateshwar, he wants to earn a certain amount of money, which is a result goal. And then what is the number of policies I will sell is the process goal. And for that number of policies I sell, the number of appointments can become a process goal. So each thing can become result and process as we keep going backward. Anjana, anything coming up for you so far?
No, I mean, what you're saying is that exactly what you need to do, but I need to connect it to what goal I want. It's slightly different.
Okay. You
I'll
want to discuss
connect
that
with you
now?
later.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Suresh? No means what? Can you unmute and speak, Suresh? Okay, when you are able to unmute and speak, then please let me know. So moving on, so we have set goals. We have identified the most important. Okay, nothing as of now. Okay, we have identified the most important goals, and then we are testing them against our reflection, our what we have learned, what we have not learned, and keeping in that in mind, is this still workable? Or applying that learning of what went well, what didn't go well to achieving our goals, making them smart, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. Testing them on the vision and values. So what are our values? I have shared a values document with you. Identify what we truly value. And that is a major, every time there is a conflict in our life, it is actually a conflict of the values. So if I want to lose weight, but I enjoy socializing, those two don't go together because I'm always out eating, partying, and then my weight will not happen. Okay. Or if I want to grow fast in my career, but I am, I also value health. So what comes first? Health comes first, or career comes first, or family comes first? So what are the values we want? So I've in that values document, you see, I've listed down some important 30 odd values. So identify what are your top 5 most important values. Do you value health? Do you value relationships or family? Or you value money or career or business? You value friendships, you value freedom. Uh, if you have a job which pays you 1 crore, but they like tie you down to your desk and they want you to come at 7 a.m. on the morning, work till 12 p.m. Will you take up a job just because it pays you 1 crore? Maybe you will, but then what that, and there is no right or wrong in that. So we are not judging you for having that value, but what that shows is you value your value money more than your family or your health or anything else. So that those are the values, get that clarity. And then we move towards making an action plan. Because the what vision we have, what goals we have, will only come true when we act on it. Setting that clarity, having that clarity is very important because it helps us, our brain work, but the actual execution is very important. And that is where what I would like you to do is make an action plan for one of the goals that you have. What are the 3 actions you are going to take to make that goal happen? Take any one goal, not all, and then you can carry on with this exercise. Take any one goal, whether it is having HbA1c level or earning money. What are the 3 actions you will take? Values document is in the WhatsApp group, Suresh. If you've got your 3 actions, please type D in the chat. All right, all right. Thank you. So we will now then move forward. Can anybody translate this in Hindi for me?
It isn't where you come.
Roughly, okay, I said this in the curtain raiser. आपकी दशा important नहीं है, आपकी दिशा ज़्यादा important है. Where you're coming from is not so important. Where you are headed towards is very important. So when we set goals, we set a direction to our life, irrespective of whatever condition our life may be. Just the fact that we are setting our goals will elevate it to the next level. So now we come to the end of the module 1. Our next module, which is next Sunday at 5 p.m., we will look at short, medium, and long-term goals. For the purpose of this workshop, We are going to look at short term as anything less than 1 year, medium term as anything less than 1 year to 5 years, and long term anything from 5 to 10 years. And then we will look at smarter goals. Smart we have already discussed today, but the ER part is very, very important, and which is where we tend to fall off, and even I used to tend to fall off, which is execution, evaluation, and review. So once we put the smart goals, we execute it, we evaluate it, and we review it. Then identifying the gaps or the resources that we need to achieve those, reminding people whose help you will need, making a vision board, and visualizing your goals. This is what we are going to cover in this session next week. And whatever resources we are sharing in the group, please watch it and please confirm that you have watched it. If I don't get your confirmations that you have watched it, it kind of restricts me from sharing more and more resources, because I feel that why should I load you with more when you have not even watched what you've got. So every time I have shared a video or a resource, please watch and confirm that you watched. Otherwise, it will restrict my ability to share more with you. Our schedule for the sessions will be 5 to 6 p.m. on 1st, 8th, and 22nd. On 15th, we will have the session from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. So please block your calendars accordingly. This I have already shared with you, Suresh. I don't know if you have watched it. I hope, in case you have not, I would like to repeat that this is to be listened to daily from 1st December to 31st December. First 3 times at least when you're listening to it, listen to it with full attention and take notes. Beyond that, you can listen to it when you're driving or doing any activity, walking, or while going to sleep. This is a very, very powerful, one of the best, most acknowledged audios on goal achievement. And now the assignment between now and the next week is continue working on your 3 most important goals. Retest, revisit them in the lights of your value, vision. Prepare what are the actions you will take and how you will track those actions. Anticipate any obstacles that may come, and watch the All Nightingale video daily. It is possible that we fall, while we learn this process, or we may falter, and that is perfectly okay. A kid falls thousands of times when they are learning to walk, but nobody calls them a failure. But I don't know why, if we fail a single time achieving a goal, we are so critical of ourselves and we term ourselves as failure. And we need support. And that is why we have accountability partners, which is what we talked also about in the curtain raiser program. So Suresh, your accountability partner will be Anjana. Sudeshna and Venkateshwar will be accountability partners for each other. So accountability partners should connect at least once a week and discuss whatever challenges are there, acknowledge whatever right is going on. And if you have any confusion that is coming up, put it in the group or raise it to me, and we can have a quick discussion around that. So this is what we have covered today. One more thing I would like to share, in case you would like to upgrade to a coaching session, which is where you will get a lot of personal attention, you can choose this, the one single coaching session package or the 5 coaching session package by paying the incremental amount. That's it. And now I'll stop sharing, and I'm open to take any questions or comments or hear from you what your goals are. How are they reading? Suresha, if you're able to unmute, maybe you can share one of your goals. Anjana, Venkateshwar, Sudeshna.
Okay. So I'll go.
Yeah.
So one of my goals is to ensure my health parameters are in the green. So there are a couple of them which are reaching the borderline. Like if you're talking about HbA1c, it's not 6, but it's crossed 5.
Okay.
So I have 2-3 parameters which are getting close to that space. So I need to bring it back into the green.
All right.
So that's the goal. Now, So the actionables or the process is,
Just pause on that one, Andrea.
yeah,
So I'm not a doctor, and I'm
Yeah.
not qualified to, but this is my experience. Don't only go by numbers, okay? Because sometimes these numbers are uh, crooked numbers, you know. So doctors keep pushing those limits down so that more people can become diabetic and more people can, you know, just hear me out.
yeah,
More people can buy medicines and can be termed as diabetic, and then you know they can have lifelong business, pharma companies and doctors, everybody can make money. So when you're looking at health goals, also look at in terms of what it means for you, you know. uh, so what does a HbA1c less than 5 or less than 6 would mean to you? Is it more energy that you're looking at? Or is it, you know, what is that you're looking at? And maybe that will give you some more clarity on what is it that you're actually looking at. Because the number per se is not very energizing. Uh, 5 है या 5.5 है या 5.9 है, उससे लाइफ कैसे बदल रही है मेरी? What
yeah.
is the impact it has on life? So,
Okay, so since both my parents and my grandparents were diabetics, okay, I know what repercussions it has. So I would like to have a healthy quality of life.
okay.
So if I am looking at, so this is certain parameters that I have set myself, saying that I don't want to be close to this. I'd rather be on this side of it.
Very
So
nice.
what it means for me is that there are, I think, just three basic things I have to do, which I need to do it. One is sleep early and wake up early and sleep sufficient.
Okay.
This is the biggest issue that I have. Okay. The second one is exercise, and exercise in the morning, not in the evening, because then other things take over and it can always become the next day.
Okay.
And the third one is do some meditation or self time or a quiet time in the morning. So these are the three very
All right.
key things to achieve that.
Very nice. So maybe what comes up, so Anjana, is look at the vision you would like to have for your health. You know, what which is in terms of life you would like to have. You know, you are able to
Yeah.
walk, you have high energy, and so on and so forth. And then the
Hmm.
measurable part is the goals that you mentioned. And
Okay.
then you have actions. And there could be some obstacles to those actions, you know, like how much time will you have in the morning, or what is it that's stopping you from having good sleep, and then working on those obstacles and removing them, proactively addressing them so that you're able to stay on track, anticipating that this can come up and derail me again. So more
Yeah.
proactive you are about that, the better off your chances of staying on the course are. And before you came in, I think, or I don't know whether you were there, 1st December to 31st December is our stress testing time. Okay. So whatever goals we are setting up, whatever action plan we are setting up, we are executing it. And then we will see whether it is working or not. And then recalibrate our action plan or goals. And then when the day we hit 1st January 2025, we are ready to run. That's not when we are experimenting and testing. We are doing this in this month.
Okay.
All right. So this is the period for us to set, test, come back, review. All of that should happen and share with us or with your accountability partner. Okay.
Yeah.
Venkateshwar.
Yes, sir. I think I should introspect my goals once again.
Okay.
Sit separately one day and replan everything. That's what I'm thinking, sir.
Okay. Okay. Put more direct, more specific. I think what you're trying to say is you want to be more specific, or maybe change your goals or become more specific about it. Or
Check whether I need more. I wrote it random when you asked for 3 minutes,
okay.
5
Okay.
minutes.
No worries.
I'll-
Whatever you've written, use the same notebook, Venkateshwar, for next 30 days for the purpose of goal setting workshop, so that you can go back and work on that. And anytime you have a challenge, you can connect with your accountability partner or put it in the group so that it can be commonly addressed.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you. Sudeshna?
So, to bring down the HbA1c level below 5.7%, while you were talking with Anjana, what I related to was that I have my feet gets swollen. I have to put it up against the wall to reduce the swelling so that I can become functional the next day. I have joint pains. I can't sit on the floor, and I have repeated urinary tract infection. So to address all this, I have to work on diabetes. And the action um, plan is okay. So first is watch Rouser's video in mindfulness um, um, website. That I'll do tomorrow or day after. I haven't specified that yet. Start walking after dinner from today itself and stop sugar altogether. The fourth one, I am feeling afraid, that whether I'll get time or not. You had suggested me to join Dr. Manathana's naturopathy at Vijayawada.
Yeah.
So that is there, but I have written also join naturopathy in May. But then I started thinking that June, the admissions will happen for those children who are seeking scholarship. So our May will be extremely hectic. How can I take a 15 to 20-day leave and go away? So all these things are coming in my mind
All right.
right
Fair
now
enough.
while setting the
Fair,
goal.
fair enough. There are a couple of things that I'll share, and we will discuss this more in our coming sessions also. When you're looking at your actions, you can also look at them in terms of what you're going to do daily, weekly, monthly, and annually. Okay. So Dr. Manthina Satyanarayan Raju's workshop is part of an annual action plan and can happen in May, can happen in December. May is going to be extremely hot in Vijayawada. So
Okay.
yeah, it may not be the best time to go to that place because you just keep sweating, throughout the day. It's very
Oh.
extremely hot. Then that is one. And the other thing is when you're looking at your health, focus on what you want. Because I heard you say a lot what you can't do. Focus on what you want. So I want to be mobile. I want to be able to sit comfortably. So when your health vision, the before the goal is the vision. Okay, so vision first and then the goal. So vision is I'm able to move around easily, I'm able to sit easily, I'm able to exercise comfortably, and whatever else that means for you. And then my goal is, to reduce HbA1c, and this is the action I'll do. And the action is daily, weekly, and this can also include your identifying obstacles so that you don't get stumped when something like that comes. Like in my case, it is socializing. So regulating socializing, or whatever else it may be. So identifying those obstacles and anticipating them, and planning what your response will be when those obstacles come up. Okay. And so that is what is coming up for me. So keep working on this, Sudeshna. Goal setting is about what we want, and this is to everybody. It is focusing our attention on what we want and not thinking about what we don't want. पूरा purpose goal setting का है focus on what we want. And at some point of time, during the next 1 month, I'll have you write them on a small card and then carry it with us so that you can watch it over and over again, and constant reminder will happen. But please take this, okay, that it is about what we want. That is the beauty of goals. Suresh, are you in a position to unmute and speak? Okay. While we are waiting for response from Suresh, I'll also like to hear from you one takeaway from the session today, 1 or 2 or 3 takeaways from the session today, something valuable that you learned, which is going to help you, starting with Anjana and then Venkateshwar and then Sudeshna. And Suresh, okay.
Yeah. The first thing is a clarity on vision and the alignment of vision to goal. right?
Okay.
And to bring in the confidence that the process you're setting to achieve the goal is workable, doable.
Yeah.
Because these are the two
Yeah.
things. Or
Very
three.
beautiful and very important point, Anjana. And this is something I'll urge each one of you to do, is to set small goals which are achievable. Okay. Even if it comes to exercising and you say, I'll walk for 1 minute, I'll put on my shoes and walk for 1 minute, you do it. It's not about the impact it will have on your health, but it's about the impact it will have on your brain and the mind. When it will feel that I have achieved the goal that I have set out to do. So initially, next 1 week, one fortnight, first fortnight or 1 month, set small goals which you can achieve. Okay. Daily goals, small daily goals which you can achieve, whichever area you are in. If you want to make calls, then making a prospect list or just making one call or making one call by 10 a.m. Small goals which are achievable, because the minute you do it, there is a big rush of the what do you call, hormones, which reinforce that positive behavior. So thank you very much for sharing that. Yes, Venkateshwar.
Setting goals which are realistic, then visualizing that, then having some emotion with that. And more important is implementing, even if it is a very small portion of the goals. That's what I take.
Yes, very, very well said. Set small goals. So there's a very popular, I'll see if I can find that TEDx video of a Navy SEAL commander who's saying that one of the simplest things we teach our cadets is to fold their bed sheet first thing in the morning. And when you're folding your bed sheet, the thought is, I have successfully folded my bed sheet. So your first task has been done successfully, and it is reinforcing. So if you tie the shoelaces, you say, I have successfully tied my shoelace. Or if you have your coffee, I have successfully had my coffee. Every time, keep reminding yourself that I have successfully done this. 5 times, 10 times when you do, you start thinking of yourself as a success. You start thinking of yourselves in terms of doing things successfully, achieving that. So that is very powerful. Thank you for sharing that, Venkateshwar. Sudeshna?
So the biggest takeaway is that you asked me to alter my language. So rather than telling that I am facing problem in this or that, rather I should focus on what do I want.
Beautiful, beautiful. The more we are, it's called pivoting, pivoting from what we don't want to what we want. And it's a conscious practice, Sudeshna. And more you are able to do it, there is one Akshay Kumar movie, which is about coal mining. I don't remember the name of the movie, but in the last, in the final scene, what they show is Akshay Kumar is trapped in the coal mine, and the situation he could possibly lose his life, because getting flooded or something like that. And his wife, if I don't remember, maybe she's pregnant, and so there is a lot of pressure, a wife losing husband as a not a, but she keeps thinking that he is going to come back safely, so in the most dire circumstances, if you can keep your thoughts focused on what you want, is what this true test of this practice is. When things are going well, it's very easy to imagine what we want, but to imagine what we want and keep our thoughts focused on that is when times are tough, is truly brilliant and comes with practice. So keep practicing what you want. So thank you for that. Suresh, you can share your takeaways in the WhatsApp group, and each one of you can share your takeaways in the WhatsApp group, so that it's a combined learning, and it will benefit everybody. So on that happy note, we will draw the session to a close. Thank you very much for being on the part of this journey, and have a fantastic 2025.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Suresh.